clearly this is a time of transition for critical exposure, and it's a time of transition for the city, the country. There's a lot happening, a lot of opportunity, maybe greater than we've seen, right, in terms of racial justice in recent history. And so, can you speak about, with all of those transitions, both internal and environmental transitions, what what is going to stay? Nicole, you spoke a little bit to it, but what will stay core to who critical exposure is, right? And then what gets you super excited about, like, as you look, towards transitions and the future? What gets you super excited? So Nicole, and then Adam, please jump in.
Yeah, I would say, as with any transition, it has like we have growing pains, right? And we're recalibrating. I will say, I've been telling people C has 16 years of history that I didn't live, right? And so I'm catching up. I am both both with our external partners, but also with the young people who make up the kind of key fabric of our community. And so I feel like in that feels like an important marker, is that like there's been some successes that I think we'll continue to build on. So things in terms of campaigns and things that we were doing externally will continue to happen. And I think we will always be a place of storytelling, right? We will always continue to elevate the stories that young people bring to us, the things that they tell us are happening in their schools and in their lives will be things that we continue to amplify. I think we will always be a place of continuing to be both when I talk to alum, they say, and current young people, they say like, this feels like home, right? And I think we will always be a place that feels like home. And we will always be a place that feels like a political home, a place where young people come into consciousness around some of these larger social issues that I think they will continue to impact. And I think we will always be a place that young people come in and get skills and then go out in the world and do things with. And so I think how that will look will continue to be shaped by our team and how our team thinks about the evolution of the work. But I think that those things are central to the work that we will do over the next couple of years. And I think the things that feel most exciting to me are the things around creating intentional learning space for our staff, right? So that the political work that we're asking young people to engage in, our staff is also getting that level of rigorous political engagement and political acumen, right? I think it's COVID has made it so that we're doing virtual programming. And I shared last night, we got 70 applications for our Stories for Action program, which is akin to our kind of introductory program around internship. We are relaunching for young people Freedom Fridays, which is a drop-in political education space that they can come into monthly and just kind of talk about social issues, hear from artists and photographers and people who are part of the cultural organizing community in the city. And we'll be hiring a program director, right? That has been a role that is so critical to the work that we will do over the next couple of years. And so after having a hiring freeze, right, we'll be able to fill that role so that that person can dream and build with young people what the future of our programmatic offerings will look like.
Adam, what's exciting to you? What do you still see as very core to CE, and what's exciting to you as like the organization reimagines, the future?
I mean, I just get so excited listening to Nicole in general. You know, I think, when as a founder and transition out, you have to, remind yourself that you're letting go of some things and you need to step back. And Nicole has made that, as I think, as easy as possible, because the things that she's talking about are all the things that the organization was founded to do. It is all about young people. It is all about change. It is all about storytelling. And the organization does need to continue to evolve and adapt to what's happening outside of the organization, to grow internally in the ways that Nicole was talking about. And that evolution is essential. And I think to see someone come in with the kinds of experiences and identities that Nicole has that we've talked about, and to apply that energy and to honoring the history, but then what needs to change to make this more effective moving forward. And I think that's exactly the conversation I want to hear. And so I'm just excited by all of it and to see where it goes.